Hello, my name is Michael Garrick, and this is PoppinCulture Movie Reviews. My guest today is comedian Franko Covington, very funny comedian. If he's in your city, please go support. Thank you again for coming on to the movie review.
Oh man, thanks for having me.
The movie that we'll be reviewing is Blood Red Sky. Franco chose the movie. Before we get into it, this will be a 100% spoiler review. But before we spoil the movie, Franco, do you think they should watch it?
I think they should watch it, man. I think they should watch it. Only reason why I say that because I'm a horror fan. I love movies. Period. Like I love movies. What's what's my favorite genre of movie? Comedy, of course. But I love movies and horror movies. Like I love them. But with this movie, I just like I don't know why. I just fell in love with it. Just watching the trailer, you really don't know what's going on. Because the only thing you're thinking about is, oh wow, it's a vampire on the plane. Okay, cool. We already know what's going to happen. Go bite people neck. Everybody else go turn into vampires too. But no, how the movie starts off, it's like they're at an airport, they're about to get on a plane, and she's with her son. You know, you see her go in the bathroom of the airport. I don't know what it is that she's drinking, but of course she leaves some on her lip. So of course it's blood. So it's like, dang, how the heck the vampire got a son? That's what I'm thinking in my head. And okay, she's trying to calm down her adrenaline because it's a lot of humans around her, and apparently they can smell blood, right? So she's trying to calm down, but she has a son. So the more you keep watching it, she was actually I can't remember whether it was a husband or a boyfriend, but they was on a trip. They was traveling. Something went wrong with their car, and the her son at the time was a baby, so he's in the back, and he tell her, "Hey, stay in here with my son, and I'm gonna go see if I can find help." It's snowing outside. It's dark outside. You look like they're in the middle of nowhere. You're not gonna find help, and it's snowing. Come on, man, you're gonna freeze out there. But I get what you're saying. You're trying to go find help. Um, I guess he's been gone for a long time, so she actually goes out to try to go find out where he's at. She's found an abandoned building, and she just see blood trails, and she find him in the building while another vampire, while vampire is actually feasting on him. Then the vampire tries to come after her. She goes down and she's in the basement. That's where she finds him at. She's in the basement. And the vampire is trying to get to her because she had locked him out the basement. So now he's trying to come through a little window. But the sun comes out. But in the midst of her, trying to fight him off and protect the baby, because the whole time she got the baby strapped to herself, he scratches her. So that's how she became a vampire. Now, this is a mother, and I feel that women are way more overprotective of their kids, period. A man could be like, yeah, I do anything for my kids, but females are way more overprotective. So it keeps switching from the present to what happened to her in becoming this vampire. Now you're a vampire and you're raising a child. Imagine how hard that is. You still got the sense of a human because, it's just that you're dead. But you have a child right here. That child that keep whining, you got to feed them, you got to do all this kind of stuff. And you're fighting the urge to kill your own child. And what I found out, what really interested me out about that is like she found ways to calm her adrenaline of protecting her son to still raise him. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the movie, they're on the plane gets hijacked, and at this point, she's like, okay, they go hijack this plane. Ain't no telling what they're going to do on this plane. I got to protect my son. And she was trying to, get her, sip her little adrenaline, calm down, a little juice, a little blood, just to keep calm of everything. But they end up breaking it. They end up breaking her little pouch. So when they broke her pouch, she like, okay, so like she's telling her son, like, stay away from her. When she's in that mode, it's like, stay away because I can't fight this urge much longer. And the whole time she was like helping the people from the hijackers. One of the hijackers got her blood, and now they're a vampire. So now it's vampires versus vampire, and I still got to save these people. I still got to kill this other person because I don't want this affection to get out. So she's trying to protect her son. She's trying to protect the people on the plane, and she also trying to stop the infection from getting out to the world. And the whole time, this is a mother, and she's doing all this stuff. At the end of the movie, it completely took control of her body. And her son, he has a way of calming her down by basically screaming like, "Stop, mommy, stop, mommy, stop." But apparently, like, it wasn't working at this point. So she gave him a phone. Basically, it was what the hijackers was going to use to blow the plane up. She gave it to him and told him, you know, whatever happens, hit this button. And, you know, at the end of the movie, he had to hit the button because at that point, she was full vampire. She couldn't change, she couldn't turn it off or anything. So he actually had to kill his mother just to stop the whole infection. And the whole time the boy knew. But he told everybody, no, she's not hurting nobody. She's not a vampire. She's just sick, because they was actually taking the plane to fly to a doctor that can actually help her out, study her, try to way to help her. So I found that amazing. Like, I never seen a vampire movie like that. Instead of going around killing people, she's trying to save these people, also protect her son, and also protect this virus from getting out to everyone else, because she already knows what's going to happen. So yeah, man, I had enjoyed that movie, man. Definitely like it.
Did you like the fact that it was set on a plane?
On the plane? Yeah.
Yeah, did you like it being set on a plane?
Yeah, I definitely like that, because like I said, when you're watching the trailer, you thinking like, oh snap. Yeah, we had snakes on planes, but now it's vampires on planes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, they're turning into a vampire. What's going to happen now? So that would be real like interesting. Like, okay, well, let me watch this. Well, where did this other vampire come from? How did she become a vampire? She got a child. Like, how? So when you watch it, it breaks everything down. Yeah, man, I like that movie.
What do you think of the pacing?
The pacing was pretty good to me. It was pretty good. With some movies, the pacing just be like kind of like off, but then it'd be like, what? When did this happen? Sometimes it confuse you. But this one was it was pretty much on point, because it got to you know, action quick, but while I was in action, it still switched. Basically, once they showed how did she become the vampire and what she was trying to do, then it was like, after you seen all of that, it's like, okay, now you up to date of what's going on. Now you know why she had to go in the bathroom to drink the blood. Now you know why she's trying to protect her son, and why her son just only feel that she's just sick. You know, now you know why she's trying to kill these other vampires, kill these other hijackers for taking her blood. You know, now they're vampires, why she's going through so much to kill them, because she don't want the infection to get out. So yeah, I think the pacing was pretty good on it.
Nice. How'd you like the soundtrack?
The soundtrack, I don't even think did I listen to the soundtrack?
I mean, well, the background music, the way the music theme
Wow.
made the
Doing that?
scenes go. Yes, sir.
I think it was all right. It was all right. It wasn't no like suspicious, because you would think when she found the abandoned building, you would think you would have heard some music. So it didn't really have that much music in it. Like, it's just like a quiet, dead scene, quiet, and then boom, it pop out at you. And I like stuff like that, because I feel like usually when the music come in, you already know something about to happen. Like it was, something about to happen real quick. So it was kind of like, I think on that part, it kind of like took it back to how movies was that we actually grew up off when we was younger, when it's just quiet and then it pops out at you to make you like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah. When it came to the costume design and the special effects, do you think they were done well?
I think they could have. I think the costume design for the vampire was something new. It was something. It was definitely something new. How they switched it up, how they did it, the makeup and everything. It was pretty good. And the what was it? What was it? What was it? What was it? Dang, just went blank right there. Overall, everything was pretty good. I don't think they could have did anything better. I don't think that they rushed it. I think that they took their time. I mean, whoever wrote it, I think they took whoever filmed the director. I think they took their time with it. They took their time with it from piece to piece to make sure that this would be something different from the costume, from the makeup, and from everything. So yeah,
I completely agree. 1 through 10, what would you give this movie?
I will honestly, I would give it. That's a good question, man. That's a good question. I'm gonna give it a 10. Only reason I say a 10 because I haven't seen any other vampire movie like that. It was creative. It was it was kind of like an edge of the chair type of movie. Like you're sitting on the edge of the chair trying to figure out, like, okay, what happened? Because I know I was. I was so eager to find out how the hell she become a vampire and she has a whole son. The hijackers, they hijacking a plane, but then you see a woman that actually is a vampire. Now you want her blood, so you can become a vampire as well. So it was a total different type of vampire movie of what we all seen in the making that was already filmed. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna
Nice.
give it a 10. It is a must watch. And only reason why I say it's a must watch because when I watch movies, I pay attention to details. So if you watch them and you pay attention to details, you'll be able to catch on to every single thing versus just watching it for the entertainment. The entertainment was good, the action was good, the horror was good, but overall, it was a real good movie.
Nice, nice. My last question for you: do you believe that this movie will become a part of pop culture?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't. It's not as many. It's not as many horror films. I mean, not as many horror fans. So I think some people probably look at it and be like, some people watch the whole movie and don't even get it, and it
True.
broke everything up piece by piece. So a real movie fanatic, a real movie addict, will actually probably be like, yeah, it can actually be a part of it because it, like I said, it shows a side of a female. It shows a side of her, like I say, a female way protective over their child. So, like animals, they're female animals, they're way protective. Like, okay, you the king of the jungle, but the females, the female line is way more dangerous than you.
True.
So that's what I got from the movie. Like that's what it showed. She did everything she could do to protect her son. And she told him stay away from her when she goes in that mode because it's hard for her to fight it. The addiction. It's hard. So it might not make it pop culture, but I feel that it will because if you watch the movie, you'll get what they're trying to tell you. You'll get it, and that's what I got from it.
Nice, nice. Well, man, thank you so much for coming on the movie review. Is there anything you want to say to your fans? And please tell them where they can follow you.
To my fans, thank you for following me, the support, the motivation. I still got more in store. I haven't stopped. You can follow me on Comedian Franko, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. It's all the same thing. YouTube channel. And I just want to thank y'all, man, and thank you, man, for having me. Part
I
of
know it's
this.
a long time coming, man.
Let this be known. You're the first person to interview me. First
Brother,
person.
I'm truly grateful, brother. Like I said, I'm learning now when it comes to podcasts. Like I'd rather build a relationship with someone besides going like, hey man, can you come on the podcast? And I don't even know you. So that's why I'm really like, it wasn't me like not wanting to have you on. It was just like, I don't know you in real life, so I don't feel comfortable being like, hey
Right.
man, I know we don't know each other, but let me have you on so I can get some of your fans to watch. Like,
Hey,
so
you asked me to be a part of it, man. I was shocked because, like I said, I follow you on IG and I follow you on Facebook. So every time I see when you post something about your podcast or when you have podcast on YouTube, I'm watching it, bro. Like I'm literally watching it because I just love to see people doing what they love to do and just keep going with it. And you could tell, like, when you in your happy place of doing what you love to do, man, you'll never be stressed out. You'll never be tired. So whatever it is that you want to do in life, go after it and do it. Because if it's something that you love to do, keep doing it until people start paying you to do what you love to do. And at that point, if you get paid for what you love to do, man, you'll never come home saying, I'm tired of this job. You'll never get up saying, I don't feel like going to work today. You're not, because it's something that you love to do.
I 100% agree. And the first person to ever tell me that is doing 20 years, but don't worry about him. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching and listening, and have an amazing day.